I'd just wrapped up a marathon shift at the clinic. You know, one of those days that stretch into the night, leaving your body aching and your mind racing. My name's Ashley. I'm 34, and I've been a nurse for a good chunk of my life. My home, usually my post-shift refuge, is on a street so peaceful you'd hear a pin drop most nights. But that night was different. As I turned onto my street, my headlights caught the front door of my house, standing slightly open. That's not me. I'm the kind of person who checks her locks twice. So, sitting in my driveway, my heart skipping beats, I called the cops. The officers combed through my place, but came up empty. Easy to forget these things after a long day, they offered. But their words felt hollow. I know what I did and didn't do, and that door should have been closed. After that, sleep didn't come easy. Odd things started happening. Windows I'd left shut were cracked open, doors were ajar, and my belongings were just subtly off. It was like someone was telling me they were there without wanting to be seen. I tried to chalk it up to stress and fatigue, but it didn't sit right. Then, it got real personal. A note appeared on my nightstand while I was sleeping. "You look peaceful when you're asleep. I'll see you soon." That crooked scrawl sent shivers down my spine. The police made a show of taking it seriously, but their eyes said it all. They thought it was some sick joke. But there's nothing funny about tonight. I came home, my back door was wide open, and my personal photos were all facing the wall. My sanctuary felt breached, violated. I couldn't just leave. This was my home. So I rigged up a simple alarm system with tape, hoping to catch any intrusion. I crawled into bed, baseball bat within arm's reach, phone charged up. But it wasn't long before a faint noise snapped me awake. A tiny, almost imperceptible sound, but it was enough. The tape on my bedroom door was sliced through, a clear sign that my nightmare was real. So here I am, barricaded in my closet, using my phone's dim light to write this out. The cops are on their way, but who knows when they'll get here. My heart's pounding so loud, I'm afraid they'll hear it. The doorknob just started turning, slow and steady, like they know I'm in here. I don't know how this is going to end, but I need to send this message out. If you're reading this, remember to keep your doors locked, your eyes open, and trust your gut when it tells you something's wrong. I wish I had done more of that. If I make it through this, I'm never ignoring my instincts again. If I don't, well, at least you know what happened to Ashley, the nurse from Maple Street who just wanted a good night's sleep. Story 2. I lived in an apartment by myself right after high school when I was about 19 years old. I had lived there for about a whole month when something truly horrifying happened. My front door was locked, top and bottom locks. I'm sitting in my living room watching TV when all of a sudden I hear keys going into my door locks, and I see the locks physically start to turn. My body froze completely, and my heart sunk into my chest. I did not have maintenance or anything else planned. Nobody to come by and visit, etc. The door swings open, and I see an older Asian man with bags of clothes and a few boxes. He immediately started screaming at me in a language I did not understand. He began repeatedly hitting me, and he dragged me out of the apartment. He had me in a chokehold, and finally my upstairs neighbor came down and pulled him off me. We called the police, and long story short, by some bizarre mistake at the leasing office, they gave this man a key to my apartment and told him it was his. He purchased it before moving here and had only seen pictures of an empty unit. He assumed I was some sort of squatter in his unit. I was young and poor. I had a TV, a chair, and an inflatable mattress. I had almost no possessions at all, so I could see how he might have thought that I was there illegally. He was actually meant to get Unit 54 empty when I was in 56 right next door. I was able to press charges on the man and also sued the apartment complex for them allowing a stranger to have a key to my door, which ended violently. He did not move in next door after the incident, and I actually stayed there an entire year rent-free, was able to save some money, and bought everything I needed as an adult. I also bought a pistol for my own protection shortly after.